So Sydney, why do you think like mental health is particularly important for young kids and like people today in general?
Because many people suffer in silence, and
Right.
it needs to be brought up more in youth groups and like just in school in general, because children suffer the most because of what their parents suffer
Right.
from, and they don't really see people actually express their emotions. I feel like if people talk more about how they're feeling and what makes them sad and like what they're going through, then there wouldn't be as many misunderstandings or as many suicides or as many shootings as there are today. I
Right.
feel like mental health could overall improve the state of our world and the state of our economic, our economic state.
Right.
Right.
Do you think? What do you think is like probably the biggest emotion that could affect us?
Probably anger or sadness, because it's the thing that people tend to hide the most, or at least for me personally, it's what I tend to hide the most. I have no problem expressing how happy I am or how joyful
Right.
I am, but when it comes to anger or sadness, people tend to feel embarrassed or like embarrassed to express how they feel,
Right.
because when people cry and when people watch you cry, it's just so embarrassing.
No, for real.
Like, why are you looking at me?
What are some ways that you handle your type of like mental health?
I tend to isolate myself, or I'll like let people know that I'm not in the mood to play,
Right.
and I'll go to a quiet space and think about why I'm feeling the way I feel and what caused me to feel this way. And if it's somebody that made me feel this way, then I tend to approach them and say, "Hey, I don't like when you did that. Can you please stop doing that?"
Right.
Right. And when you go into like saying like anger and like sadness is like the biggest like emotions and like feelings in the world, like how do you like go about like helping people with those emotions?
I just listen to what they have to say. I listen to what they feel like telling me.
Right.
Because sometimes people don't want to express how they feel, or they don't want to tell other people. They want to handle it themselves, like me personally.
Right.
So I just tell them I listen to what they tell me, and I go based off of that and based off of the type of person that I'm talking to. For example, one of my friends, she goes through a lot every day.
Mm.
And so I tell her my feedback, and she's like, well, I don't really think I can do that right now. And I
Right.
tell her like ways that she can work up to being able to do that.